Welcome back. In this lesson we're going to talk a little bit about how to use your internet web browsers to either enter a web address or do a web search using your either address bar or the search bar. The program we have open right now is Firefox that we talked about in our previous browser lesson. To find your address bar, you're simply going to use your mouse or your touchpad on your Chromebook or PC and move your little cursor, your arrow, up to the top. This long white bar that's up here at the top of your screen is your address bar. Now to be able to type in there, you just have to use your mouse and right click. Some of you will have a right click and a left click. Some of you will just have a flat pad. So on the right side of your pad, if you have a touchpad, or on the right side of your mouse, you're going to press down and all your words are going to turn blue. Now, right now, what you will need to do to make sure you don't make any mistakes is you're going to erase everything that's up there now. So what you'll do is either hit your backspace or your delete, which are usually up in the upper right hand corner of your keyboard. So the backspace is usually a bigger key, bigger rectangle. The delete key is usually just a regular key or a slightly smaller key up in the F keys. So in this case I would say probably use your backspace key because it's probably going to be an easier key to find. So you'll hit your backspace and you'll notice that everything is gone. Now if I'm going to enter a web address, for instance, right now we're looking at the Fairfield-Sassoon Unified School District web page. If I'm going to direct myself to this web page, I'm going to hit 3 W's, and those are the abbreviations for World Wide Web, www. And just like your email, if I'm going to go to the district website, the district website is www.Fairfield, FSUSD, Fairfield-Sassoon Unified School District.org. Now you'll notice that my web browser, my address bar in my web browser, automatically populated. It already put that web address in because it knows that web address because I have gone to www.fsusd.org multiple times. So it knows that. It remembers that web address and it'll automatically start filling it in for me when I start typing it. But it doesn't always do that. Or sometimes you type it incorrectly and it won't do that. So you'll notice that the Fairfield-Sassoon Unified School District website, at the end of the address, has a backslash, the big diagonal line that's going across the back. You don't have to enter that. So if I just hit www.fsusd.org and hit enter, here we go. And here we are at the fsusd.org website. Now let's step back a little bit. And let's say we didn't know the whole web address. Maybe it had more words in it or more digits or letters in it that we didn't know. We just knew that it was FSUSD. Let's play with our web search. So in your top of your internet browser, you're going to see that you have a search bar up here in the upper right, and then your long address bar. The neat thing about your address bar and your search bar is that they're fairly similar. Meaning if I wanted to do a search, I could type in FSUSD in your search bar and hit enter, and then it's going to search the World Wide Web for anything that has FSUSD as letters in it. Usually those first 5 letters. So in this case, when I do a search for FSUSD, the first thing that it's going to find in the web search from Google is Fairfield-Sassoon Unified School District homepage. But what happens if I type in those 5 letters in the address bar without the ending on it? So let's do that together. FSUSD. Okay. I'm not going to type in the .org even though it's trying to finish it. I'm just going to hit enter. Well, it does it for me anyway. But in that case, you'll notice that the .org didn't disappear. It stayed there. So this time, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to type in FSUSD, and I'm going to hit my space bar. And you'll notice that the .org disappears. Now it's only going to do a search for that FSUSD. In my case on my computer, I have Gmail, and I have Gmail accounts that are connected to that FSUSD. So it pulls up my Gmail account. If I didn't have a Gmail account, it would pull up the search results just as it did for FSUSD using the search bar. Now, if I did the same thing in Google Chrome, so if I minimize my Firefox and I open up a new browser for Google Chrome, and my key's up here, so if I hit my red X, that would close my screen. This makes my screen bigger. So you notice that my Google screen came up kind of small. If I hit this square, it makes it large. Okay? I have my Google search bar down here, and I have my address bar up here. You'll notice that Google Chrome doesn't have a search engine. In one way, I like Google Chrome better for this reason. It's much simpler. Your address bar is your search bar. So if I hit FSUSD here, again it tries to populate the whole thing, but in this case I'm just going to type in FSUSD and hit my space bar and make sure that I just do a search for FSUSD. Now I'm doing a search just like I did in the upper right hand search bar on Firefox, but in Chrome it does a search. But I can go back up, and if I were wanting to go to my district website, I would just click on it here. The search is there, click, and I'm there. And I will do that. Okay? So I clicked on that, and it opened up the Fairfield-Sassoon Unified School District website. But if I wanted to type in a different web address, I could type in www. And let's say I wanted to go to YouTube, youtube.com. Enter. Okay? You'll notice that the web addresses begin with these funny letters, the HTTPS, and with the dots and the punctuations, and then the www. Those are fairly important, but you don't need to concern yourself with those for now. Just know that if you type in youtube.com, it's going to bring you to YouTube, and your browser will automatically populate these other letters that it requires to get there to the World Wide Web, because your browser is smart, it knows that already, and you don't have to worry about that. So I hope you have fun with this, explore with this option, try searching for things, typing in web addresses, and see what you can come up with. Learn from it. I hope you enjoy this feature and can learn a lot from it. Good luck.